Figured today, more doors. Because why not? We're not stalling. Really, we love labyrinths. Who doesn't love getting lost and backtracking repeatedly? I mean, come on. This was not the one we wanted. This was the one we wanted. Bring to me the girl who loves to fish. Only then shall the door open. Here she is, at last. Once upon a time, there was a girl called Estelle Bright who absolutely loved fishing. Meanwhile, in Grancel, there existed a group of dedicated men and women who prided themselves on the sport. They were called the Fishermen's Guild. What else could it possibly be called but fate were the two paths to cross? This is their peculiar story. Chapter 1. Our story begins at the lakeside. Oh, there are chapters! That does not bode well for us. Is this gonna be like a fishing competition? Is that the minigame? At the side of Valeria Lake lies a quiet little place by the name of the Kingfisher Inn. Seeking a break from her work, Estelle decided to visit for some well-deserved relaxation. At first, she had gotten exactly that. The fishing lover she was, she decided to borrow some gear from the inn and make her way out onto the pier to enjoy some quality time there. She saw one successful catch after another, and before long, her bucket was teeming with fish. But then there was Lloyd, a member of that one and only Fisherman's Guild, who happened to be at that very same inn and on that very same day. He was having the opposite of young Estelle's lucky streak. The moment he had arrived, he had set off in a boat to begin fishing. But try as he did, he hadn't managed to catch so much as a single fish. Now feeling thoroughly defeated, Lloyd motioned back towards the inn. Upon his boat approaching the pier, however, he caught sight of none other than a very pleased Estelle rejoicing the size of her most recent catch. This sight was all it took to give rise to Lloyd's competitive nature. Now thoroughly fired up, he approached her and challenged her to a special kind of duel. Oh boy. And that's why I want to challenge you to a 5-round angler's duel. A what now? A 5-round angler's duel. It's a special kind of competition we fishermen take part in, where they stake their pride and honor on the outcome. Once a member of the Fishermen's Guild mentions those words, there can be no turning back. The duel must take place. We're not members of your guild. So let us do battle with our finest fishing tackle on the line. I feel like I'm getting dragged into something completely nutso. I hate to break it to you, but I don't have any stellar fishing tackle to bet on this. All my stuff was borrowed from the inn. Then you don't need to bet anything at all. That's fine. Just your pride. This duel is more for my own good than yours, and I intend to see it through no matter what. Doesn't sound like I've got much choice but to go along with this, huh? I challenge you to a 5-round angler's duel. You're on, Buster. Legendary Angler Estelle versus Master Fisherman Lloyd. Estelle and Lloyd will face off in a 5-round duel of the century. Both will take turns at fishing, and whoever has the most points at the end of the 5 rounds will be declared the winner. When it is Estelle's turn, you will be prompted to choose a rod and a bait to use. Certain baits can only be used with certain rods. After choosing, the game begins. When the exclamation mark appears, quickly press confirm to catch the fish. Certain fish can only be caught with certain baits, and in addition, some fish can be used as bait to catch other fish. Different varieties of fish are worth different amounts of points, making trying to catch more valuable ones the key to success. More valuable ones are also more likely to escape. But don't let that deter you. This entire game deters us. I mean, it's nice that they made it into, like, a competition. Now, which rod should I use? Yep, alright. He just doubled his score in the last 2 rounds. That's not fair. I lost. Woo, I'm glad I got to retain my honor. I'll be able to sleep like a baby tonight. I might not have lost anything, but I still feel like crap for losing. We've lost track of which attempt this is. All we know is the default fishing rod, the first one, sucks, don't use it, and spamming the A button does not work at all. What's the point? He's just gonna overtake Estelle in the next round. We know this. Okay. He's probably gonna catch one too. I mean, we can only use this one, right? We might actually be able to do this if we can catch this one and we don't lose it. Hopefully. Did we lose again? How does this keep happening? Did we do it? I think we did it. Woohoo! I won! So I lost. What a battle! You fought admirably, Estelle. There's no shame in losing against someone as talented as you. Here, I want you to have this. Lloyd handed Estelle a silver-colored lure. A lure made out of argem. I couldn't possibly take this. It looked so expensive. No can do. Those are the rules. I challenged you to a duel while putting this on the line, and I was defeated. If you refuse to accept it, that will bring me even greater shame than I already face. So please, accept it. Well, if you really insist. Wow! Thus, Estelle accepted the silver lure from Lloyd. And though feeling bliss thanks to her victory, she was also blissfully unaware of what fate had in store for her. Is she going to be challenged by every Fisherman's Guild member now? Received fishing set. I mean, the question is, if we leave the door, can we start at chapter 2 next time? Or are they going to send us back to chapter 1? In the capital, chapter 2. Oh. This is starting to kind of feel like Pokemon, where you just go around and like random trainers challenge you out of nowhere. That's what this is starting to feel like. But with like fishermen. Today was yet another day in which Estelle found herself roaming the north block of Grancel City's sewers. Why? Just why? Her objective was simple: defeat a wanted monster for the guild. But down there, she found more than just monsters. In addition to the nasties, she'd become accustomed to braining on a regular basis. She also came face to face with a young noblewoman, whose delicate demeanor couldn't have looked more out of place. Estelle certainly hadn't expected this. "What are you doing down here?" she asked. The woman tittered and responded as if the answer were the most obvious thing in the world. What else? Fishing, of course. The noblewoman's name was Norsh, and as it turned out, she was a member of the Fisherman's Guild. I think this was the woman who started fishing because her husband wanted to join the guild. But he couldn't pass the test, and she did. Do you really have to fish here of all places, though? I mean, what if monsters find you? Estelle made up her mind to try and escort the woman back to the city with her. But Norsh had other ideas, and she refused to budge from what she felt was a prime fishing spot. The two were soon locked in a battle of pure stubbornness. Neither would simply back down gracefully, as it wasn't in their natures. It was in the middle of a heated argument when the silver lure Estelle kept on her person fell from her pocket. Goodness, is that the famous silver lure, one of the 3 famed fishing tackles? Where in Adios' name did you obtain such a thing? I don't know anything about any famous fishing tackles, but I guess you mean this guy here. I won it from Lloyd. So you fought an angler's duel against him, did you? I'd intended to challenge him to one myself when the time was right, but I never imagined he would be defeated before then. Okay, I am so lost right now. Very well, I shall challenge you to a 10-round angler's duel in his place. Oh geez. 10 rounds? Listen, lady. I will not accept no for an answer. Let us begin. Wait a sec. Oh boy. If we lose, do we have to go back to Lloyd and try to steal another one of his tackles? Show me what you can do. Sure. Sure. Oh boy. Most basic rod and tackle. Sometimes catch surprisingly big fish. Sure, sure. Yup, that was a giant fish right there. Oh my, how impressive. I see I can't afford to let my guard down against you. Cast off. Catching fish this size is nothing. Lakes and rivers. Does this count as a river? Does it really? Guess we shall see. I mean, she's just gonna overtake Estelle in like the last rounds. Where's Joshua during all of this? Really? Come on. Get the feeling this is all we're gonna be doing the entire hour. Huh. Okay. Is this just gonna be a waste? We weren't able to catch anything with this rod before. So, I feel like this would just be a waste of our fish. And a turn. But, whatevs. Oh, okay. Alright. I mean, she can still win. Yeah. All she has to do is catch another couple of whatever it was she just caught, and she'll beat us out, no problem. Carps, that's what it was. Gosh dang it. She's gonna win. She just needs, like, 2 more carp. Yeah. Maybe. I mean, it depends on how many points she gets for that carp. Why do we only get tiny ones? Okay, she might not win. If it's just another carp, she might not win. But it looks like it's not just a carp. Oh! We actually won? What? How could this have happened? How could I, of all people, be defeated? Well, you satisfied now? If you are, it's time you came back with me to the city. Trust me, it's not safe down here. You were truly more worried about me than winning the duel, weren't you? No wonder I couldn't defeat you. Now, if you will, kindly accept this. Estelle received a golden rod from Norsh. Wow, it's so shiny! Are you sure I can have this? In fact, I insist. I would be more troubled if you didn't accept it. These are the laws behind anglers' duels, as you know. Still, kindly remember that you have more to fear than just me. No getting complacent simply because I fell in battle. There's still our guild's leader to defeat, after all. Aw man, is he really that good? Indeed, his name is Mr. Fisher, and he is both this guild's founder and its most capable member. Knowing that may incline you to avoid facing him, but don't think you'll be so lucky. With the 2 tackles you now possess, he will come for you. A duel with him is nigh, whether you desire it or not. Alrighty then, if you say so. Yeah, this is definitely feeling like Trainer versus Elite Four. At this point, Estelle still had no idea just how capable this Fisher may prove to be. And while there was a small part of her that couldn't help but regret biting the lure of the Fisherman's Guild, there was a much greater part that couldn't deny wanting to see where this journey would take her. We're reading this with a very dramatic voice right now. Received Plate of Excellence. Okay. There is prize money to be had. Continue to Chapter 3. Final chapter. Battle at Azelia Bay. Is that in Rouen? Along the shore off Gold Seaside Way, near Rouen, the decisive moment that Norsh had foretold was finally to come. Whether their meeting was a coincidence or fated all along, no one could possibly say. Estelle was idly walking along shore for no particularly adequate reason, when all of a sudden, a single small yacht drew closer and closer. The yacht eased as close to the shore as it could safely get, and from on top of it stepped a fine man. The yacht looked beach to us. He was a gentleman in a tuxedo, the sea extending into the distance behind him, making for an equally elegant backdrop. As soon as she saw him, she knew he was the leader Norsh had spoke of. Mr. Fisher, bearer of the title Avid Angler, and known by the nickname of Fishing Baron. Doesn't Estelle have her own title after getting that, like, Monster, Master of Villiers Lake, whatever? That lure, that rod! Are you the Fisherman Guild's president? No, there is no need for words now. I have been awaiting this moment for longer than you can possibly imagine. I challenge you to a 15-round angler's duel, immediately. 15? We're gonna be here all day, aren't we? We're gonna be here all day. Let the battle begin. Oh boy. Reeling him in. It would be really, truly cruel of them if we lose this and had to start all the way over, like from chapter 1. That would be the worst. We might just rage quit. The math says we're still gonna lose. He could miss again and we still wouldn't win. What? Now he's just rubbing it in. That was completely unnecessary. What a show off. I lost. I knew I was the strongest angler of all. But you are welcome to challenge me again whenever you see fit. I welcome all attempts to claim my title. After the second day of just straight losses, we caved and we just Googled the game. When the guy beats you 994 to 157, it's time to quit. Okay, we need absolute silence. Complete concentration. Okay, okay. This is a good start. Ooh, we can use the sea bass now. Can we use it? Okay, okay. Oh my goodness! We got our first blue marlin! This has never happened before! Wow, okay, cool. Let's just keep going then. Maybe now we can finally win. Okay, this is our first time catching this too. Things are going well. I mean, we haven't beaten it yet, but we're hoping, right? Oh, wait. Oh, okay, we have... We are, in fact, spamming the A button, which we thought originally didn't work. I mean, it takes a little bit longer for the fish to catch, but you're more likely to catch the fish. So we'll take like a couple extra minutes for each round over several extra hours. Like, we couldn't do this without spamming, because apparently our reaction time is just so bad. If our previous attempts were anything to go by. Or maybe there's some sort of input lag, which is also possible, but more likely our reaction time just sucks. Aw, we missed that one. Oh well, it's fine. Hopefully we can afford to miss one. Fingers crossed. Blue Marlin. Okay, it's not too bad. Back to the beginning? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna need something significantly bigger than just an angelfish if we're going to keep our lead, which we really need. We cannot go through this again. We need to win this game. Gosh dang it. Please don't catch a blue marlin. We beg of you. Please. Or another one of those ginormous fish things. Whatever they're called. Yes. Okay. I mean, he could still beat us. He could catch a couple of those ginormas, whatever they're called. And then he could catch a blue marlin himself. And he could still beat us. Because the blue marlins are worth like 300 points each. And then the other ones are worth like about the same. Like a little bit less. Would actually like one of those ginorma thingies ourselves. Uh-oh. He's getting ready to catch that blue marlin. That's not good for us. Oh. Actually, we're double his points. Never mind, he can catch his blue marlin. He deserves at least one. As a consolation prize for when we finally kick his butt. Alright, so we're not gonna catch another blue marlin ourselves, but that's fine. We have almost double his points, so we should be good. Oops. We pause for like 2 seconds. And that's when it decides to. That's fine. It's whatevs. Like, unless he's catching, like, some sort of sea kraken or something. We finally did it! These are happy tears. For once, they're happy tears. Unbelievable! I had no idea you would prove to be quite so skilled. Clearly, the time for adults to be leading the way has passed. I ask that you accept this. Fisher handed over a rainbow-colored fishing line. Wow, this is so pretty! Thank you very much! I can hardly believe the time has finally come for the 3 famed fishing tackles to be gathered in the hands of one owner. You said your name was Estelle, yes? Yeah, I did, but... ... I've made up my mind. Starting today, you'll be the new leader of the Fisherman's Guild. Huh? What? As for me, I suppose I'll assume the title of honorary president from this day forward. This is the time for young people like you to take the center stage. I hope you will dedicate yourself as best you can to spreading and furthering fishing culture. Hold on! You can't just shove that kind of responsibility on someone. I'm not gonna be the leader. After roughly an hour of continuous negotiations in which neither of them wished to back down, Estelle was able to convince Mr. Fisher that the burden of being leader was too great for her, and she was granted an honorary membership in the guild instead. 3 games. It only took 3 games for Estelle to join the Fisherman's Guild. But she did it! Congratulations, Estelle! We know you've been wanting this since day one. But while Estelle's duels were over, news of what had happened spread like wildfire among fishermen, spawning legends that would persist much longer. Henceforth, whenever they spoke of Estelle, they spoke of her with a new nickname. A fitting nickname for one who had triumphed in such challenging anglers' duels. Estelle the Supreme Fisher. Yeah, still not a great nickname. What was her previous one? Like the Rising Star Rookie or something? Come on. Can't we come up with something better for Estelle? She deserves at least that much, right? It took us 2 days to beat this game, and we didn't even do it on our own, which is fine. Perfectly fine. Because we didn't want to spend more hours on it, you know? Thank goodness for people who are so much better at this game than us. Thank you, lovely Trails players on the internet, because we would have never beaten this game otherwise. Fisherman's Emblem. Okay.